You're listening to the PRO Media Network, the next level in entertainment.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Welcome back to Tuff Tiger Talk on the PRO Media Network. We just got through talking about the LSU Tigers' nice win, very nice win over the Ole Miss Running Rebels. This time around, we're going to preview.
Dominant win over the OU Running Rebels.
We're going to talk about this upcoming game that the LSU Tigers, the fifth-ranked LSU Tigers, 5-0, 2-0 in conference play, by the way. They'll travel to the Swamp to take on the Florida Gators, who are ranked 22 in the nation, 4-1 and 2-1 in conference. This is going to be another tough test for those tough Tigers, but guess what? The tough Tigers will reign supreme. Tough matchup against this Florida Gator team coming in here. Now, DC, I'm going to get your comments in just a second as they get ready to head out there to meet with them at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. And it's going to be an interesting matchup out there. And the excellent thing I noticed about if you look at some of the statistics, to see what kind of game this might end up being. The Tigers averaging just under 34 points a game. The Gators 35 a game. The defense for the Tigers giving up only 15 points flat. The Florida Gators giving up 14 points a game. Total yards for the Tigers 396.6, 378.2 for the Gators. Now, of course, the Gators, they throw about 203 yards a game. LSU about 205. And, of course, LSU, which is 192 yards flat a game. The Gators, 175 flat a game. In defense, Tigers allow 334 yards a game total. The Gators, 311 flat. Think about that. Now, through the air, the defense, the secondary for the Tigers, allow 231 yards a game versus the Gators only giving up 140 yards a game through the air with that secondary. The Tigers allowing you to rush for 103 yards a game, and that's the Achilles heel, if anything, of this Florida defense is that they do surrender 171 yards a game on the ground, which is that Taylor makes for LSU's powerful running game. Of course, LSU coming off that splendid win over Ole Miss 45-16 this week. Of course, if you look at Florida's last win, they were able to beat Mississippi State 13-6 in an entertaining game. They're now ranked in the top 25 in the season. So looking at some of their top players, Joe Burrow on the season, 70 of 131, his 1,023 yards and 6 touchdowns on the season. Felipe Franks for the Florida Gators, 7 of 126, 961 yards. He has 12 touchdowns through the air and 3 interceptions. Nick Brett is the top rusher for the Tigers, 103 carries for 481 yards with 6 touchdowns. Damian Pierce is the top back for the Florida Gators, 25 carries, 255 yards for 2 touchdowns. Jefferson is the top wide receiver for the Tigers, 18 catches, 294 yards and 2 scores. And then Swain is the top receiver for the Gators, 10 catches, 214 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the season. Now, that's the statistics and some of the players behind this excellent matchup between the Tigers and LSU. Now, a lot of the people saying, out of 100% of the people that's polled, a lot of people are saying, at least 58% of them is saying that the Florida Gators is going to win this matchup. Of course, the Tigers are a team that a lot of people said that they have the toughest record in SEC. Let's remember that. While they're 5-0 right now and ranked 5 in the nation, let us remember that they were given the roughest, toughest schedule in all of the SEC. And only thing this Tiger club did is beat everybody that was put in front of them. Of course, this is going to be another tough matchup. It always is when you travel out to the Swamp to play the Gators. It always is a tough matchup between LSU and Florida. We all know this. DC, this is a very interesting game. This is a game that will kind of make an identity for the Tigers because they've been having some good, comfortable games at home. This is a difficult game away. What happens in this matchup between the Tigers and the Gators?
I definitely think the Tigers take this one, man. The wave they riding right now, I don't think it's a fluke. But this is always a tough game between the Tigers and the Gators, man. It's definitely going to be a close game. I don't see them beating Florida the way they beat Ole Miss. If they do, that would be very impressive. But, Florida always gives them a challenge, man. You know they always got players. Florida has a great team, or at least a good team every year. They don't look to be their top 10 former selves, but they're definitely going to present a challenge to LSU. I think we go out there, we stick to our game plan, we run the ball, and we got to play in the trenches. It's always going to be a game of inches with Florida, man. Game definitely probably goes on to the wire, but I say LSU takes it 25-19. I don't know why I'm going to do.
Florida is up, of course, in the SEC East. They're in third place behind Georgia, who's sitting up there at 5-0 and 3-0 in conference play. Kentucky's having a splendid season as well, 5-0 and 3-0 in conference play. And then third is Florida at 4-1, 2-1 in conference play. So the Gators are doing well with Coach Dan Mullen. Now, if a lot of people probably remember, head coach Dan Mullen was the Mississippi State's former head coach. He took the job in Florida. He took a step up to go there, and he's doing some pretty good stuff in his first season there as the Florida head coach. So it'll be an interesting matchup between those guys as well. So we'll see how it all balls down. My call in the game, I think these two defenses are going to be very good. Florida has a really good defense here. Felipe Franks is a pretty decent quarterback, and they have a good running back in Damian Prince. Not really too impressed with Freddie Swine and the rest of the receiver corps, Florida Gators, but they're a team that seem to be building momentum. I like where the Tigers is coming from. I think Joe Burrow is really just starting to break out of his shell. He's getting more and more comfortable with that LSU offense. And then I have to say, I'm going to have to get a call to the LSU Tigers. I think they get it done against the Gators 24-20 in a very interesting matchup down in Florida. So y'all guys sit there, y'all enjoy it. Now, that'll do it for the show. I appreciate y'all for chiming in and listening to Tuff Tiger Talk, the preview of the LSU Tigers versus the Florida Gators coming up real soon. So big up to the Tigers. Keep doing great things. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy the show, please go to our Patreon page, www.patreon.com/PRO Media Network, and make a donation. Also, you can support our sponsors at the commercial links, or you can even join our social media pages by looking in the description section below. From me and DC and the crew here at Tuff Tiger Talk, peace.
Get the answers on the Saints, Pelicans, LSU and more. Only on the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys.
Sports fans are gearing up and saving big at Fanatics.com. The world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Unique one-of-a-kind designs exclusively by Fanatics. And autographed collectibles from today's biggest stars shipped directly to your home. Join Fanatics Rewards for free to earn fan cash on every purchase. Shop now and for a limited time, get 20% off all orders. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Tea is your escape. It's your opportunity to create a moment for stillness, for reflection, for yourself. It's your connection to a world of senses, flavors both exotic and familiar, energizing and relaxing. It's your retreat from an increasingly turbulent world. It's the perfect paradox of simplicity and complexity. Teabox.com connects tea to people, uniting the richest flavors of the finest teas with the curious, the cultivated, and the adventurous all over the world. The freshest tea you've ever tasted, from crop to cup. There's simply no simpler way to experience the wonderful complexity of tea. Teabox, packing up the freshness. Tea thrives on freshness, and so do they. Teabox temperature and humidity control facility ensure that tea is maintained. The teas themselves go into oblique bags with aluminum layers that protect them from excess moisture and light. With Teabox, shopping for fresh, loose leaf tea is easy because you make an informed purchase. You know exactly where your tea is coming from. So for the freshest teas in the world, check out Teabox.com. That's right, Teabox.com. Check the link in the description section below. Go to newfrog.com for all of your electronic gadget needs. Fast becoming #1 online seller of cell phone and accessories, consumer electronics, automobiles and motorcycles, home and garden items, 5D diamond painting crafts, electrical and tool supplies, computer and networking supplies, lights and lighting supplies, sports and travel items, toys and hobby supplies, apparel and accessory, mother and kid items, health and beauty items, and much, much more. Newfrog.com has up to 70% off on some products. And you can check out their weekly promotions for all the best deals. Remember, when thinking online electronics and gadgets, think New Frog, newfrog.com. Check the link in the description section below. Hello, Tiger fanatics. Are you ready for some football? If so, you need to head over to Fanatics. Click the link in the description section below and head over to get great deals on all LSU Tiger gear right now. Fanatics have all the great selection on everything Tigers. They have ladies and men's and children jerseys, footwear, t-shirts and dresses, golf and sports equipment, hats, pajamas and underwear, lawn and office gear, auto accessories, pet accessories, and much, much more. So if you're a Tiger and you want to show your Tiger spirit, click the link below and head over to Fanatics now to get all the top-notch LSU Tiger gear. And for 24 hours only, shipping will be free on all orders over just $29. Head over now and click the link in the description section below and be ready in style. Go Tigers.